All right. First of all, I'm going to start by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua. Call Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honor, apostle, elders, great millstone, root, teach, well, peace, salutations to all you Akim four corners of the earth. Hey, I'm Gay Quad from Wise Soul Yahushua, sanctified ones, coming to you with a quick video, probably about 20-minute video. Well, probably a little longer than that because this video I'm about to show is like 18 minutes, 18 minutes long. But it's just talk about what's coming, what's the ensuing of coming, what's ensuing now, what's to come, the things to come. You know what I'm saying? The Lord of hosts has sworn, right? The Lord had a counsel, right? If you swore something, you've had a counsel on something, you've had an agreement on something, you've put something in action that you've pondered, and it's gonna happen, right? And what's happening now is the war that's coming. The war that the ensuing World War III is here, right? And it's about to come into its full flourishing. It's about to happen. It's about to blossom, right? It's a flower that's actually starting to blossom. So it's coming. It's coming past. It's coming to pass. Everything in the scripture is coming to pass, and that's the beautiful part, right? Being a man of the Lord, yeah, it's not easy. It's a hard job. It's not an easy job at all. It's by probably the hardest job. It is the hardest job that one can do. But Thwada Yahabashim Shai, that he never fails, he never lies. His truth is always stand before him, right? And all his words that he speak always will come to pass. But on this video, I want to put this video out here about the Iran is threatening to make a counterattack again. Oh, I'm sorry. Iran is to attack, well, which isn't a counterattack to what the Israelis did to the Houthis and Hamas in Tehran, which is in Iran. Which Iran go back to the Persians and the Medes, right? It goes back to the Persians. They're the Persians, right? So but the attack that the Israelis did against them, and then even all the other attacks, they killed the Iranian generals. They've killed multiple Iranian generals. They've killed multiple Iranian top scientists. I mean, this is not something that just happened just a few weeks ago. The Israelis, right? They've been killing off Iranian, some National Guards, some generals, they've been killing off their high chief scientists and shit because they're so scared that they're gonna get a nuclear weapon. So this isn't something that has just come up. The Israelis has been striking war against Iran for years now, for over 10 to 15 years that they've been, simultaneously, them in Babylon has been simultaneously taking out certain leaders of Iraq or Salaki of Iran, and certain top scientists in Iran to try to keep them from getting a nuclear missile. But it comes down to say that Iran already has nuclear weapons, and the Israelis is threatening to have nuclear war in Iran. They're threatening to drop a nuke on Iran's ass if they counterattack. They're trying to scare them and threaten them. Well, anyway, so with that said, I'm gonna pull out one quick scripture, and then I'm gonna go. Then I'm gonna let me pull this one. I'm gonna pull one quick scripture right quick. Then I'm gonna wait a second. Then I'm gonna go to the video, and then I'm gonna close off with a couple scriptures. But this is this is Isaiah 14. I'm gonna read it in the NIV, and I'm gonna also read it in KJV. This is Isaiah 14, and let me see. I got my Bible handy. My computer ain't working right. Shit. Damn, I ain't got no sword handy. This is Isaiah 14, and I'm 24. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, that he that taketh against Babylon and his purpose, and Babylon. I mean, the Israelis, is really they're all a part of the same thing. We are in Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, but they're all a part of that, right? That beast system. They're all mixed in and mingled in it. right? So therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai that he have taken against Babylon, and his purpose that he has proposed against the land of the Chaldees, right? So that's Esau, Edom, right? Against the land that the Lord has purposed against it. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their inhabitations desolate with them. That's right. So the Lord is going to get rid of the Babylonians here in America, and also those fucking Babylonians that's over there in fucking in our land, right? In the land of Israel. They gotta go. You know, they're all a part of the same system, the same beast system. And they have to fall. But in order for them to fall, he's been making Yahweh Bashim Shah has been making the Israelis drop bombs and kill and murder different generals, different high level scientists of the Persians. They've been killing them off. They've been so he's been drawing them out into this battle, into this war, right? The more devastation that they put on to the Iranians, the more they're going to draw them out into the battle, to the Third World War. And you read Joel the second chapter, they get caught up to the Valley of Jehoshaphat, right? So this is leading us all into the land where the big war is going to happen, right? And this was all Russia, Ukraine, all this shit the Lord used to draw all these nations in and to split Esau's kingdom up. Russia was a kickoff to the Third World War. Russia really was the kickoff to bringing up to the Valley of Jehoshaphat, because had Russia not went into Ukraine, we probably wouldn't be here at this moment now with the Israelis, because the Israelis has taken sides with Babylon as always, but the Russians has taken sides with the Persians and the Medes, right? So Gog and Magog is with Gomer and all his band. So they're taking sides now because they're at war with each other, and that really was the real kick. The real kickoff was Russia, getting it started, getting the party popping. And everybody was like, shit, fuck it, we all go to war, So now that they're ready, prepped and ready to go to war, they've been drawn out. So now the Israelis, all this attacking and murder they've been doing to the Israelis, to the Persians, right? It's coming to an head. They're tired. They're done. So the Persians like, fuck this. We're gonna have to handle this. They're saying that they're gonna have an attack on the Israelis. That's gonna be it's gonna be something that have never been seen before. Now they just had that attack a few months ago on them. They dropped all the missiles on them, and it was about 300 or so missiles mixed in with drones. But the thing about it is that it hit some things but didn't hit a lot of things. And that's because it took America, Britain, France, Jordan, and a lot of surrounding countries had to help. They had to help shoot them missiles down. And that was just 300 of them. And it took them to come to the aid of the Israelis, because the Israelis wouldn't have been able to shoot down the 300 missiles by themselves. They're incapable of dealing with that measure of missiles. So if you have that volley of velocity, that volley of missiles coming to you again, and even more, and they're talking about over thousands of missiles is going to come to Israel, to the Israelis. So the least of the flock is draw them out. It's only so many times somebody's going to let you punch them before they start punching back, and then they start realizing that, oh shit, we can fight. It's like it's only so many times that you're going to beat somebody's ass that can really fight, that can get it in, before they start figuring that your hits, they might hurt a little bit, but it's not enough damage. And, you look like you fucking us up, but I can take your hits, and you know what, fuck this. Let me hit you. Let me give you one of my hits. And then when that person hit back and it's like, oh, fuck. Now when I hit you, you got to go run and call your buddies, and you got to call all, 1,000 different people. I'm by myself. But now you got to go run and get, Great Britain, Germany. You got to go find the fucking France. You got to find everybody. Help me. He's hitting me back. So, this is why guys join gangs, because they be weak and don't want to fight for themselves. They have to have other people help them fight. Well, that's the Israelis, right? That's America. That's Babylon. That's Esau Edom. Esau Edom needs other people to help them win because one on one they're not strong enough. They're not tough enough. They act like they are. It seems like they are, but when you actually get into the actual combat with them, they're soft as shit. So that's what the Israelis knows, and the Iranians has found out, is that they could actually, if it was not for America, Great Britain, France, and the surrounding countries that Jordan and that actually kind of deal with the Israelis, had they not helped the Israelis, then 300 missiles would have did way more damage, right? I mean, a total lot of more damage if they had not had the help they had to shoot them missiles down. So they done pulled them out. So they pulling them out to the war. Oh, and before I play this video, Putin already said they're going to reinforce or support. They're fully supporting Persia, right? Well, that's in the scriptures in Ezekiel 38. Ezekiel 38 chapter tell you that he's going to support he's going to support them. He's going to support all them areas around there, right? Libya, all the areas, they all going to come together. He's going to be a guard unto them, right? So all this shit is accumulating. This is the third war. We're living in the third world war, and if you can't see it, then that will be on you, right? Oh, let me read one more scripture, because I kind of was talking a little bit, but I just want to read this one. This is Psalms 33 and 11. The counsel of the Lord stands forever, the purpose of his heart to all generations. So whatever purpose the Lord has, whether it's good or evil, whether it's you to go through hell, whether it's you having a great time, whether life is good for you, hey, the purpose of the Lord is going to stand. His counsels, whatever the Lord has counseled. So the purpose for this was war. It's been the purpose. This is the Lord's purpose, to take Esau, Edom down for good, right? And this is the movie, right? So we're in a part of the movie where his Esau's end is here, right? It's not near, it's here. So Esau has to go through it. Oh, and also, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say I think it was Dow Jones dropped, I think it was 1,000 points, 1,000 plus points. So, I mean, then you got the economic system. You got the Saudis that has they traded on the so-called so-called white man, right? They traded on them. They're teaming up with the BRICS nation now. They're not trading. It's not the petrodollar anymore, right? So all this shit is coming to a head. The financial system is going to go through its woes. We haven't felt it yet. You see if you pay attention to gas prices, it depends on where you at though. But if you pay attention to gas prices, some gas stations got gas at $4. We'll say diesel, right? Because I deal with a lot of diesel. And you go look in other places, you can get the diesel for $3.19. Another place might have it for $3.49. Another place, and it's unstable, right? The system is not. It's not a stable system. So one is higher, one is lower, another one is in the middle. Then there's something wrong. Something's going on. Some gas stations can offer at a lower price for certain reasons, but once all hell breaks loose, everything's going to skyrocket, and it'll even itself back out to what it's supposed to be. Because if everything was legit and everything was on point, you wouldn't have such a big differences in gas prices, as far as like almost $1 in the price, right? Because you take 14 cents off of that's what was that, like 80 some odd cents, right? So you can figure at 84, 86 cents difference, that's a big difference when you're dealing with fuel. Okay. So some places it's a big, in some places it's only 48 cents difference, right? But nevertheless, I've seen diesel as high as $4 and some now, because when you go back over towards like Ohio, yeah, so it depends on where you at. Because in Ohio, I think I've seen diesel was like 420, 430, 440. So I mean, it depends on where you go, but it shows you that the system is unstable, right? We're in an unstable system. So once again, read this. This is Psalms 33 and 11. The counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Al-Shai, stands forever. The purpose of his heart to all generations, right? This is Isaiah 14:24 again. The Lord of hosts has sworn, surely as I have planned, Oh, this is in the NIV, Salaki. Surely the Lord of hosts has sworn, surely as I have planned, so will it be. As I have purposed, so it will stand. So there's not much that can be done to stop what's here, because the Lord is here, and the Lord is making these demons go to war. Right, the Lord is bringing forth all His scriptures. War is here. Joel second chapter is about to get popping. Right, so right here, this is Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore, hear the plans that the Lord has drawn up against Edom. Right, Edom goes not only for the American Edomites. Right, we have to understand that so-called America is not where the only Edomites are. Right, so the Israelis are Edomites. They're Amalek. They're Esau. They are Esau, Edom. Right, go back to Exodus 17 chapter 17. I think it's like 17. I think it's verse 16. I think, but I'm gonna get that. Matter of fact, I'll just get it. But anyway, yeah, Esau is Edom, the Amalek, the chief house of Satan. Right. So therefore, here this is Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore, here the plans that the Lord has drawn up against Edom. Right, the whole house of Edom. Right, every single one of them. Right, Obadiah. You go to Obadiah is the Obadiah is the greatest book against Esau, Edom. I mean, it's all beautiful when it's against Esau, Edom, but I mean it's just heavy on Esau, Edom. So, yeah, Obadiah is a book you read. Anyway, back to Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore, hear ye the plans that the Lord has drawn up against Edom, and the strategies He has devised against the people of Teman. And we know Teman go back to Esau, Edom. There's some Germans. Surely the little ones of the flock will be dragged away. Certainly their pasture will be made desolate because of them. See, that's the point. Shit gonna be made desolate because of them. Right now, it's in the NIV version, and it's gonna be their land is gonna be desolate with their in now, which is Israel's land. Which is stolen land that they stole, right, from us, because we weren't there. Nobody was in that land other than the Palestinians. So Palestinians moved in the land after we were pushed out in 70 AD, right? So, because that land was vacant, right? So, so during that time, they moved into that land. They're not supposed to be there. And there's always been a war. There's always the Lord said I will have war with Amalek forever, which is in Exodus 17 chapter. Let me get that. See, I'm supposed to play this video, and I don't even know if I'm gonna get to the video, but I'm gonna try to get it. I'm gonna get to the video. I didn't want to make this long. This is Exodus chapter 17, verse I think it's 16. Sure, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is Exodus 17. I'm gonna read it in KJV. For damn, Slocky. This is Exodus 17, verse 16. For he said, because the Lord have sworn that the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. How you know who Amalek is? You go back into the sons of the Edomites, right? Of the sons of Esau, and you have Amalek is, I believe, the grandson of one of the Edomites. So that's the Amalekites, right? They are Amalek. Okay, so they got war. All them dukes, the dukes of Edom. When you go back, you know that's another how you know that the dukes is Esau is because when you go back to they call themselves the dukes. The Dukes over of York, the Dukes of Ginsburg, the Dukes of this, the Dukes of that, the Dukes of Edom. So those are the Edomites, and Amalek it come out of them line of Dukes. Okay, so they're actually Esau. That's over there now, right? Because when you the heathen is part of my land. So so right now, who's in the land is the heathen, right? And the land over there is part of the Palestinians, Gaza, Israel, right? So they split the land. They split the Lord's land up. And all that land was given unto the Israelites when you go back and you read it, when the Lord divided the land and when Joshua was when the land was given to the Israelites, the land was divided. Okay, but the land was given into it was divided amongst the Israelites, but now the land is divided amongst the heathen, right? All right, let me get this right quick. All right. Joel. You know what? I'm sorry, Slocky. I had said Joel. So I keep saying Joel second chapter, Joel third chapter. I keep saying, I don't know why I keep saying Joel third chapter 3 and 2. I don't know why I keep saying, because the Lord gathered all the nations in Joel the third chapter, not Joel the second chapter. Slocky for that. I keep saying second chapter. I don't know. The second chapter is banging too though. But anyway, hold on, let me see. I keep saying that. I don't know why. Oh hell, well that's where the nations is part of my land. that's the gathering of Valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, so right here, let me read this. All right, so Salakia for that. Let me find. This is. Let me get it. There we go. Okay. Oh, yep. Okay, so this is Joel 3. This is Joel 3:1. Yes, in those days and at that time, when I restore Judah and Jerusalem from captivity, I will gather all the nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Right, and we gonna be gathered because really we getting away. Once the war starts, it breaks the yoke. You know, once they start, we're starting to, our freedom starts then. When Babylon starts to fall, as it goes down, we come up. Right, we get free from this bondage, from these chains. We get free from this oppression. Right, they can't oppress us anymore because all hell is broken loose. They don't have the power to oppress us anymore because they're into war. You know, and their system collapsed, their money collapsed. There's nothing they have over our heads anymore. You know, they doesn't hold that over us at that time anymore. So that's one of the blessings of the system collapsing because we get out of this oppressive nature, this oppressive state, right? I will gather all the nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? There I will enter into judgment against them concerning my people, my inheritance Israel, whom they have scattered amongst the nation as they divided up my land. They cast lots for my people, right? They betrayed they bartered a boy for a prostitute and sold a girl for wine to drink. So, you know, that's it. So the Lord is going to bring them to the valley of Jehoshaphat, bring them down, and it's the restoration of his people of Israel, right? So we're going to come out of that. We're going to come out of this oppressive nature, this oppressive state that we've been put into by Yahweh Shemal Shai, and we're going to be released, right? And the start of it is war. The war, believe it or not, the war is the start of the releasing of our captivity. We'll finally be getting out of it because this oppressor can't hold it over because he'd be too busy fighting in this war. He's going to be too busy trying to win back his power, right? From the other nations. Okay, let me go right here. Yeah. So, oh, this is what I wanted. What was I at? Yeah, right here. Okay, so this is going back to Exodus 17:16. For he said, because the Lord has sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. So they're going to have that war. They can't get out of that war. They can't get away from it. It's coming. You know, it's here. And as the Lord has sworn, so shall it be. I had another point I was trying to make, but it kind of left my head for a second. But okay, so I'm going to go to the video. See, like I said, I didn't want to go long, but I ended up going longer than what I wanted to go. We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. All right, Salakia. So I'm gonna play the first part of this video, and then I'm gonna probably bring out a couple more scriptures. And I had another thought. Let me get back with the Lord and see if I can get this thought back. But with that said, I'm gonna play this video. So hold on.
Scenarios as the IDF is ready with plans for a broad preemptive military attack against Iran, Hezbollah, and all of Iran's other proxies. Iran also shows no signs of backing down from their plans to attack Israel, having told all the diplomats who tried to talk them out of it that we don't care if it causes a regional war. As if to prove this point, Hezbollah continued firing barrages of drones into northern Israel overnight on Sunday and into Monday morning, with one hitting a position held by 2 IDF soldiers, moderately wounding them. Meanwhile, in the Gaza Strip, the IDF discovered a massive complex of smuggling tunnels running under the Philadelphia corridor and eliminated the Hamas Deputy Minister of Economy. The IDF also struck several Hamas positions that had been deliberately set up inside schools. In Judea and Samaria, security operations continue, with the IDF eliminating a terror cell in the city of Tulkarem, north of Jerusalem. Elsewhere, a Houthi leader who had traveled to Iraq to train Hezbollah terrorists was eliminated in a targeted strike. Finally, the United States had stepped up the delivery of heavy bombs and other weapons to Israel amidst the increasingly fragile situation. We have a busy day ahead of us, so let's dive into the details. I'm Yair Pinto, and this is your Boots on the Ground report about what is happening in Israel on the 304th day of the war against Hamas, Iran, Hezbollah, and all of Iran's proxy organizations. As you know, tensions have risen in the last week in the Middle East after the dramatic assassinations of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran, in Iran, and the assassination of Hezbollah's leader Fouad Shukar in the heart of Lebanon, in Beirut.
See, like I said, they've been murdering, these Israelis been murdering these Iranian diplomats, their heads, their leaders, their generals. They've been drawing them out. The least of the flock shall draw them out. Man. Right, Jeremiah 49:20. They've been drawn out. They're drawn out. They've been pulling this battle. They've been pulling everybody into the Third World War. And as so says the Lord, so as the Lord had his counsel, so has he sworn, so shall it be, man.
Then Iran and Hamas have accused Israel of killing these evil men and vowed revenge. Israel continues to prepare for a possible attack by Iran, Hezbollah, and Iran's proxy organizations in Yemen, Syria, and Iraq. IDF forces are on high alert, with leaders working on plans for an Israeli response in the event of an attack on the country's territory. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu conveyed the heads of the security establishment to assess the situation in the security bunker in Tel Aviv on Sunday evening as part of the preparations to thwart the attack, which is assumed to be both inevitable and imminent. However, at the political level, they insist that Israel can withstand such an attack, and there is no place for scenarios of terror and intimidation or the exaggerated threats. In Jerusalem, they make it clear that Israel's power and the American aid are at their best and at their peak, and point out the importance of the huge presence of military forces from the United States of America in the region. The Americans have deployed large naval, air, and ground forces to the region, reinforcing bases set up in Arab allies and in the waters of the Red Sea, Indian Ocean, and the Persian Gulf. These forces are equipped to warn of incoming attacks as well as intercept.
See, Babylon is the muscle. America, so-called America, is the fucking muscle for all these little, all their little states, all these little. The Israelis really is the head of them. that's why they're doing it, because that's what them Khazarians has become their head, is just, which is Amalek, is the chief house of Satan. And but Babylon has become their protector, is their protector. So they big brother comes in. Really, they're the little brother that's protecting the big brother, because really Amalek is the head of them, and they're coming in trying to protect them, and they're going to leave themselves open, because they're not going to be able to protect themselves. You can't protect the whole earth. You can't protect everybody. You don't have enough military weapons, equipment, and people to go to war, because most people here in America don't even want to go to fucking war, right? You have to militarize your whole fucking country. And so anyway, so they're gonna have a tough time with militarizing the whole fucking country of America to go to their war. Now it's gonna be Jakes that go. It's gonna be, but like I say, I see some, these Edomites over here. Edomite is about like 80-90% Edomites in America, right? 80-some% in America. They need to get ready to go to war. They need to all get ready and fight for their fucking country, right? But they're not going to, because that's why that's a big reason why this shit is gonna fall, is because they're not really all ready to fight for what they so-called believe in and love. So, but while they're over here trying to protect the Israelis, they're gonna have to find a way to protect themselves, and they're not gonna be able to do it. They can't stretch that far. They already stretched far as it is. So this war it can't do nothing but happen. Can't do nothing but happen.
Weapons in flight. The last time Iran launched missiles at Israel in April, some of them were intercepted by American forces deployed.
No, not some of them. A lot of them. A lot of them were intercepted not only by America. It was France, and it was America, France, and Britain, and Jordan. They had to help them shoot down the majority of those missiles. They needed help. Okay. So, he's trying to play it down, but they needed help. And that's why America's over there in the sea now, getting ready to help them, because they know they about to take on a barrage of fucking missiles. And they trying to find a way to minimize the damage, because they know the Israelis cannot do it on their own.
In Qatar. Other interceptions were made by British, France, and Jordanian ships and aircraft, while other regional allies provided support in less direct ways.
See? The British, the French, and Jordanian, and other buddies of theirs. So it took 6-7 countries to stop one country's missiles, Iranian missiles, because the Israelis couldn't do it for themselves. They are not strong enough to do it. They act like they are, but they're not. They're fucking poking, and they're prodding, and they're pulling them into the war that they're not able to really suffice for themselves. And that go back to the scripture say, you better count the cost. Count the cost that you are sufficient enough to build that building. Count the cost that you're sufficient enough to go to war. The scripture say, who goes to war against 20,000 men with 10,000 men? Are you going to be able to hold out? You better count that cost before you go into it. So, and they're not counting the cost. They don't give a shit, because they figure that they're going to always get the help. And this is what they do. They go kill somebody, and they run behind America and say, help us. And they call these other countries in, and they come to help, but they're just making them weaker, and they're just going to get them all put to death. And the Lord is going to come back in the middle of it all anyway. So,
To the question of whether the same coalition will cooperate again this time, an Israeli source replied that it depends on the type of the attack. In any case, on Sunday evening, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that Iran and its mouthpieces have an unstable appetite for aggression. They want to surround us with a stronghold of terror on 7 fronts. Our long hand strikes in the Gaza Strip, in Yemen, and in Beirut. Wherever necessary, we will stand up to them in every arena.
The funny thing is, they're talking about Iran as the aggressor, and Iran is this, and Iran is that. But yet, this devil here He's been killing the Iranians, the Persians. Man, he's been killing his scientists for a long time. He's been over there. They've been over there. The IDF, they've been over there doing so much dirt over there for a fucking long time. You don't hear about the Iranians killing off Amalek, the Israelis. You don't hear them about killing off the Israeli scientists and coming in and killing off the Israelis generals and dropping bombs over here and dropping bombs. Oh, but you hear about these fucking devils doing it. And then they turn around and say, oh, they're fucking aggressive. They're trying to do this to us. They're doing, yeah, you doing all the dirt. You doing all the murdering and killing. And yet it's the Iranians that has been killing your generals and your scientists. But, you know, this is what Satan do, right? This is the face of what Satan looks like. You want to know what Satan is, you're looking at him dead in his face. You know, he's calls himself so-called, over here in America, they call themselves so-called white, when you can clearly see the shirt is white. This is clearly a white shirt. And his skin is clearly a peach color. Okay. This is white, but this face is not the same color. So you clearly can see that. You can see the peachness, the orange in its face. So, you know, they're liars. We know what they are. We know who they are, you know. And this is the Lord sworn that he's going to bring them down, right? So, I'm not even going to play no more of this video. You know, you can see the title, the name of it. If you want to look for it and find it, you know, you can. But, man, that's pretty much it. You know, Jeremiah 49, 50, 51. Babylon is over. You know what I'm saying? You can go through it, read them chapters. You know, I already brought out scriptures before, you know, but there's no more hope for this place. So just get ready, be ready, prepare for what's to come. Because at this point in time, only thing left to do is to prepare yourself for the end time. Prepare yourself for hard times. And don't think that this is going to be so super easy. Because nothing in life has ever been this easy. So don't think that just because we men of the Lord, we're going to walk through it. And or hopeful men of the Lord, shit, we better hope we are, you know. And that's one of the things, you know, hope. You know, we better hope, you know. I see a lot of brothers cussing each other out, getting at each other about this, about that. You know, a guy was on Instagram, Israelite guy on Instagram, big time, no name, you know, get mad at some other guys. You know, come check me and I'll check you. And, you know, it's like, man, bro, it's time out for that shit. You know, for that old fight, that old argument, man, it's time out for that shit. You know, because right now we're heading into the heaviness of the war. And as these devils get popping, you know, it's you know, this shit is going to drop. Like I said, the Dow Jones, I think it said dropped over 1,000 points. So 1,000 plus points. So, I mean, shit. So, you know, we got to get ready for what's really coming to America, you know, and spiritually. And you can't, and for us, man, the Lord, unless you got a lot of money, the best way you can prepare is through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. You can pray. You can beg the Lord that when the things come to lead and guide your path, send the angels around you to guide your path. You know, Psalms 91 come to play. You know, so you got to really be ready for what's to come, because this shit is not going to be easy. It's not lightening up. It's not going to stop. It's not going to quail. And you can't forget that right now that in Russia, they still losing over 2,000 fucking troops a day. Not Russians, Ukrainians. Okay. The Ukrainians are dying by the fucking droves a day. Okay. They're losing 2,000 plus a day, where Russia's probably losing a few hundred. They're losing 2K plus troops a day. So you got to get ready for what's really coming. You know, in America, you be sleeping with all the bullshit, all the sports, all the money, all the chasing the bag and chasing the women, the booties, the titties, the this, you got all these distractions, man. The bills, the house, you got so many distractions going on here in America from what's really happening in the world. So, hey, you know, with that said, I'm Yaquan from YSO, Yahweh Sanctified One. Stay prayed up. Keep pushing the Lord. Yahweh Shema Shai. Always pray without ceasing. Pray without ceasing. Don't stop praying. Pray every night. Pray every day. Pray 3 times a day, 4 times a day. Just pray. You know, while you're driving, pray. Because you just never know. You know, you don't know until you know. So don't be caught slipping. You know, don't get caught, you know, spiritual sleeping, right? Spiritually sleeping. Don't get caught, you know, laying around and not not on your P's and Q's. And on your P's and Q's, I'm talking about with Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, even if you ain't doing a video, you better be doing some studying, you know, or you know, doing some listening. You got to get something going with Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, you got to keep it going. Got to keep pushing His word. We stay on the highways and byways. Videos be lacking a little bit lately because, you know, we dealing with a lot of little bullshit, which is our personal issues. But but we'll get them in as we can. And the whole point is to warn. Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, we putting our warnings out. You know, we warning. We still warning. We tell them, hey, y'all got to get right. You better be ready because this shit ain't gonna be here forever, right? This is not gonna be forever. This land not gonna last forever. Esau's reign is not gonna last forever. So you got to be ready to adjust to what's to come, right? So hey, with that said, I'm Yaquan from YSO. Yahweh Shai Sanctified Ones. Shalom, abba, abba.